everybody, Dr. Adana here. Today we're actually going to learn about the difference between mammograms and thermography. So in the middle of all of this, I will pop up a couple slides that give you a little bit more detail, but one too many times as women, we are told that we have to get a mammogram. And on top of that, they kind of change their mind on when. Some say you gotta do it when you're 30, and then 40, and then 50, and then 60, and then back to 40, and it's kind of confusing. But here's what I'm here to tell you. Don't get a mammogram. I know, you have probably not heard that. There are a million other things that you can do to figure out what is truly going on with your breast health. And let's talk about what that is. Let's first talk about mammograms, actually. So mammograms are very, very invasive, okay? So think about the pressure. If you've ever had one, you can attest to this. I never have. I've just seen what it looks like, of course. They create a ton of pressure on your breast tissue. Now think about this. If, God forbid, you have something there, your body has now created a tumor, right? So it has encompassed all of these cells and given it like a little house. The first thing we're going to do is smash that area up. So now we're gonna let these cancer cells run free in your entire system when all along they were encompassed to one little space. That's number one. Number two, that's really painful and a lot of stress that you're creating to the tissue there, therefore not allowing it to heal properly and create even more scar tissue buildup and probably a lot more density. Number three, a lot of cancers and different breast health issues also lie along the lymphatic system, in the axillary area. So it's not just right here in that tissue, right? And mammograms are not going to look at that area. And lastly, they have a lot of radiation, Sometimes people give us slack about just taking x-rays because they're concerned. Guess what? So am I. But if you take a mammogram, I can't even tell you how much more radiation that is. I'm gonna tell you on your slide coming up. So those are the fun facts about mammograms. And then what happens if you do have fibrous, dense tissue is they can't see anything. They're just not gonna be able to see anything. So then they're gonna send you out to get ultrasound done or an MRI, which is fantastic because both are non-invasive. So the next time your primary care doctor tells you you need to do a mammogram, you need to tell them, hold on, why are you choosing the most invasive radiation-filled therapy first when you're gonna then send me out to get follow-up imaging done that's completely non-invasive? Can we start there? Can we do a breast ultrasound instead? May I do a soft tissue MRI to take a look? And then do some blood work maybe in between all of that to see what truly is going on. But my absolute favorite, and I'm not even gonna call it an alternative because for me, this is the thing, and for a lot of our Innate family members it is too, is something called thermography. One of the chiros that I actually grew up working with and why I became a chiropractor, her name is Dr. Claire. She has a thermography wellness center in Glendale. Thermography, just like we do our thermal scans here, is going to take a look at heat, right? And heat imbalance and inflammatory processes, but it's going to take a look from like up here to down here to in here to the hormone patterns along the chest, everything. And thermography detects things way years and years in advance before a mammogram would ever be able to look at anything. And the amazing thing about thermography is you're gonna get a whole picture of what's going on. What are your inflammatory levels like? What are your hormone balance, or is there imbalance in that area? Does your lymphatic system need a little bit of work? So you're gonna get so much more info just from the most non-invasive camera that's going to take that thermal photo of you than you would ever get with a mammogram. So the next time that comes up, number one, you tell your primary care physician, I'd like an ultrasound or an MRI first, please, and some blood work if there's anything to rule out. But even more so, you go see Dr. Claire at the Thermography Wellness Center because you'll get a full picture of what's going on in the least invasive, healthiest way possible. Let me know if you have any questions, of course. I will also put up a slide right now of what thermography looks like so you guys get to see. But happy breast health and don't let anybody smash them for you, okay? Bye.